What's up, everybody? It's Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise. And I've got some very exciting news today because it's episode 1, numero uno of our Mazda Passion series. And today I've got a special guest, Jessi Solano from Idaho, who just in the last week has purchased a 2021 Mazda 3 Hatchback with turbo. Yes, with turbo. So we're gonna jump into that interview in just a minute and talk about a few things specific to the vehicle that Jessi chose, a little bit about his background, and also what he loves about Mazda, and maybe a few things he'll change. So if you would like to be in this conversation with me about your Mazda Passion, go ahead and send an email to JSSTUBE, the number 9, JSTube9 at gmail.com, and we'll try to get together. And I want you on the channel so that we can talk about the things that we're passionate about, specifically Mazda, its current, future, and past vehicles. So, send me an email if you'd be interested in sharing your story about your Mazda, and we can connect and share with the world why we love our Mazdas. But without further ado, let's jump into my conversation with Jessi and find out about his Mazda Passion. All right, so Jessi, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in southern Idaho. I've been here for almost 10 years now, and it's been a wild year, I think, for everybody.
Yeah.
It hasn't exactly been smooth. I got into the Mazda scene a long time ago with my 2006 Mazda 3, and it's just been Mazda this, Mazda that from there. Be hard pressed to find me driving anything else. I do have other hobbies outside of car stuff. I enjoy, shooting sports. I have a couple guns. I do target practice every now and again.
Okay.
And video games.
I noticed by the hat.
Yeah.
The old NES there.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm
cool,
old enough
man.
to enjoy those kinds of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still have that original system hooked up?
I do not, no.
Okay.
But I have a Switch, and that's the next best thing.
Yeah, it is. I know they're bringing a lot of those old games back. I probably could dig for a few hours or days at my parents' attic and find some of those old game systems. Actually, I think my dad, last time we were together, or last Christmas or something, he brought like the original Sega Genesis. So anyway, we hadn't hooked it up yet, but so what are you driving now? This is kind of how we connected, but you just picked up a new car, right?
Yeah, 2021 Mazda 3, the 2.5 Turbo. It's not the premium package because they didn't have one.
Yeah.
Or else I would have picked that up instead. But I love this car. It's been so nice driving it around. It's my first modern car, my first new car. The newest thing I've ever owned was an 06.
What was it?
It was the 06 Mazda 3 I mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else has been older than 2000 now. My first car being 94 Integra, and then I had a 96 Jeep Cherokee.
Okay.
My most recent ones are the 99 Mazda B4000 and the 93 Ford Escort.
Yeah, well, that B4000 was a nice truck. We wish we could get some of those again.
Well, mine's for sale if you want to pick it.
Oh, awesome. How many miles are on that truck?
Too many. I think it's got 250,000. It just rolled over 250,000 about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So have you always been kind of in that Pacific Midwest area?
Yeah, yeah. I was originally from Los Angeles,
Okay.
born in '95. Lived there up to about, I'd say, 2010 ish, and then
Okay.
I moved to Idaho for family reasons, and I was bouncing back and forth for about 5 years, and then I came back to Idaho, and that's where I decided to plant my roots.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, the farthest west I've ever been is Las Vegas, and that was at the beginning of this year. Previous to that was Abilene, Texas. So I'm working my way that way, but maybe someday can go to Seattle or something like that. And my wife is a big fan of Vancouver and Whistler and all those things, so maybe we can go that way sometime soon. But is pretty much everything on the road a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive up there?
Yeah, yeah. You'd be hard pressed to find anything that's two wheel unless it was like a small sedan.
Okay.
Um, Everything that had optional all wheel drive has it. Everything that had optional four wheel drive has it. And
Okay.
Subaru is a big thing here in Idaho. And
Oh,
you pay a hefty Subaru tax with
I
every
bet
one you
so.
buy.
I bet so. We're located near a army base, and there's a lot of Subarus that come through there. Just because of people they come here for training, so there's a lot of those vehicles come through. Um, so how did you decide that you wanted the Mazda 3 Turbo specifically?
Well, I was driving around the '93 Escort. I picked it up for $600, and that was gonna be my daily driver, so I could save money on gas because
Yeah.
the B4000 wasn't exactly fuel efficient. But it just kept having issue upon issue upon issue to the point where I was just done trying to fix it. So I hopped on the Facebook forums and asked if people could recommend the newer Mazda 3s. And one of my local buddies who has, I think his Mazda Speed 3 runs 3 to 400 horsepower. He recommended to me that I wait until the turbo version got released. And that was 3 or 4 months ago. So I've been waiting that long to
Okay.
get into this car.
So since you were talking about you didn't get the premium, did you just wait till you saw one and went down there and got it? Is that kind
Oh
of what it
yeah,
was?
oh yeah.
Okay.
I pestered my Mazda dealerships around me to let me know as soon as I get one in because I'm serious about picking up that car. And
Cool.
finally, I think a week ago, they called me and said, "Hey, we got one in. Do you still want it?" I'm like, "I'll be right there after work." And
Well, and that's
around 7:30 and didn't leave until 8:30 because of all the paperwork.
yeah. Well, that's cool. And that's kind of how we connected as I saw one of your posts about being the first one in the state to have one.
Yeah,
And I commented and said I think you may have been one of the first ones in the country. And I was looking at our dealer portal here, and in my region, in the southeast region, all of the sedans and hatchback turbos were shipped to dealers within the last 2 or 3 days. So you got them, on that side first. So you definitely beat all of us over here with your vehicle. So that's pretty cool. So what's
yeah.
your favorite part or feature of the new car?
So it's got a lot of features, coming from all my old cars.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite feature is the phone integration.
Yeah.
Because I'm big on having music while I commute, and using Spotify or YouTube Music, I can just play my playlist and you know, uh,
So are you
enjoy
a
my commute.
are you an iPhone or Android guy?
Android.
Okay. All right. So you use an Android Auto?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Cool.
which is weird because it's my first time with Android Auto, and I didn't think that my car came with it. I had to look in my owner's manual to figure out how to set it up. So now
Yeah.
that's all I use.
Yeah. Yeah. That's usually when I'm in a newer vehicle like that, I'm an iPhone guy, but I usually use that a lot as well just because of convenience. And that way I don't have to pair my phone with Bluetooth, just plug it in and go.
Yeah,
So it's worked out fairly well. You're using the infotainment system all the time. What are your thoughts about it? I know you're coming from an older system, but I mean, is there anything about it that is kind of underwhelming, or is it all just so new that it's exciting?
It's also new. I would be based in saying that it's a really smooth system, and I enjoy using it. Most of my attention stays on the road, obviously, but I just set the music, and if I go somewhere where I haven't been before, I set my Google Maps GPS, and after that, it's just smooth sailing.
Yeah, it is pretty easy. Now, did you get all set up with the My Mazda app and the connected services and everything?
This morning, yes.
Okay, all right, cool.
I saw I was reading over, what we talked about, and then I started looking into Mazda Connect, and now I have it, which is cool because it comes with remote start.
Yeah. I'm sorry they didn't tell you about that when you picked it up, but yeah, you get it set up, and that's what I was kind of curious of, because a lot of people have been wanting remote start, and with Mazda, you used to have the extra fob that you had to add, so it's pretty cool.
And look, it's not gonna show.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
that's not good. Well, hopefully they'll take my word for it, but yeah, it does have start stop.
Yeah, cool. So the last few questions here before we jump into kind of a quasi lightning round. Mazda says that one of their goals is to improve the lives of drivers by creating a better vehicle. So how is this a better vehicle for you?
Well, it definitely comes with less issues than what I was dealing with before.
Right.
I got the extended warranty. They got my oil changes covered for 2 years. And that's all well and nice, even though I could do it myself if I needed to. But I think just smooth handling, being such a refined vehicle and having everything in place probably makes it one of the best vehicles I've ever owned.
Awesome. So, coming from those older vehicles, I know this is kind of a no-brainer, but they really want to stir emotion, create joy, and make cars that makes driving matter. So what's the one thing about driving this car that makes you like driving it more than other vehicles or other vehicles you've owned?
The turbo.
Okay, all right.
The power on demand, as they say in on their website. Just being able to floor it and the car goes.
Yeah.
The car goes, and it's subtle, but it's instant. There's no drama when you put your foot down.
I love that about them. They just have no turbo lag. It's just up and going. So I am curious too, because of the horsepower difference with the fuel. Are you going to run 87 or 93? Have you thought about that at all?
Well, 91 is the highest octane available to me.
Okay,
right now in this area, so I'll probably run that more often than not.
Now, is that rated as?
What's that?
Is that rated as a premium 91?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you will probably pick up the 250 horsepower then, which will be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it has been fun. Turning traction control and putting it in sport mode, and it's a completely different drive.
Yeah. I think that the turbo with sport mode can be a little dangerous for some people if you, especially if you're on a lot of straightaways and there's a cop or two hanging out around. But it is fun for sure.
But I definitely don't push my boundaries.
Yeah.
I try to be as safe as I possibly can.
Oh, absolutely. So the iActive Sense, I'm sure, is all new to you with these newer vehicles. How do you enjoy that?
Oh, I share with the technology with everybody that's been in my car, and they look at me like I'm crazy or something. But it's so nice. Like I can set it's got the radar adaptive cruise control, so I can set a speed minimum, what I want it to go, and how close I want to be to the next vehicle in front of me, and it slows down automatically as soon as I get to that distance. And if that car moves out the way and opens up a gap, the car speeds up on its own again, which is it's swell, to say the least.
Yeah. It is pretty amazing, and I enjoy it all the time. And you really don't really don't realize how many times you leave the lane until it's telling you.
Yeah. Um, 3 times my first day driving that car, and I had to be reminded to stay in my lane, which the very first time was a little startling. You know, the wheel starts vibrating, and it starts forcing your hand to turn back into your lane. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, I was driving on the shoulder here a second ago.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's there for a reason, and I think you'll enjoy it and get used to it. And it sounds like you're already having a good time with it for those new features.
I'm pretty quick to pick things up, but it's definitely a learning curve going from a car that's indifferent to how you drive versus a car that likes to err on the side of safety.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, are you ready for the lightning round?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, what's your most favorite vehicle of all time?
It would have to be the late '90s Acura Integra Type R, the 2-door with all the fun stuff. Just hearing the scream of a VTEC is something that I can't get over.
Yeah, I just kind of dating myself. That's when I was kind of finishing up in high school, and I remember seeing some of those around, and it was pretty cool. Well, what's your most favorite Mazda?
The one I have.
Okay, all right,
The
great
one
answer.
I know you'd expect most Mazda owners to be a rotary fanboy, which I don't mind them, but I definitely love the car I have now more than anything.
Hey, your car is one of the nicest looking body styles I've seen. You know, just that hatchback style, and of course yours is the jet black, right?
Yeah, jet black mica.
Okay, yeah. From the pictures you sent me, and I'm going to put some of those pictures in here on this video. But just how they blacked that out, and then of course the black wheels and all that stuff, it just looks perfect to me.
Yeah, black on black on black.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, that's not the color I originally wanted.
Right.
I wanted the polymetal gray.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was really unfortunate because yesterday I went to the dealer to pick up my spare key because I couldn't pick it up the day of because they had it locked away in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I get in there and I drive in there and they had the exact car that I had, but it was the premium trim, so it had all the aero packages, and it was in polymetal gray.
Mm.
So I'm like,
so is
wow,
the premium plus and polymetal gray. Man, well, it's something to have the first one in town and the first one in the state. So you had it for a few days, and I'm sure that if you saw that yesterday, they may not have sold it yet. So you probably got a week or two ahead of the next person. But yeah.
So, but I don't regret getting the car.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have fun with it. And I'm really curious with that premium plus package, with the aero package and all that stuff. How many people are going to jump into that, because there is some, you can still add on some other things, some accessories and stuff like that if you want to. But I love the polymetal gray, but something about black on black just really pops.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too when I saw the polymetal gray in person. I'm like, it doesn't look as attractive as I thought it would look. Not to say it's a bad color, but I definitely like the black mica better.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so let's finish up here on this lightning round. If you could change one thing today on your car and all future Mazdas, what would that be?
The availability of a manual transmission, and within the Mazda community, it's a topic that's been beaten, well discussed, but I still like to have options, and I would never have picked it up in a manual, which is part of the problem why they don't offer it anymore. But just having the availability of a manual, because I've been daily driving manual transmission vehicles for at least 5 years now.
Okay. Well, I understand. I hear that a lot, so I'm with you there. What vehicle, model, type, style do you wish Mazda would make? So something different than what they have now. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the RX Vision. I looked at it, I'm like, wow, this is so good looking. but who knows if that'll ever happen.
Yeah, there's some speculation out there, but if you had your choice, would it be like a supercar? I mean, like maybe a turbocharged 6-cylinder or something like that, or do you think it needs to fall kind of like in that Mazda 6 range?
I would say a Mazda 6. I was going over this the other day. I was thinking, what if they had a supercharged V6 in the Mazda 6 with 8-speed dual clutch? I feel like it would be a good seller, and
Oh
I
yeah.
would like it myself.
Yeah, well, they're going to come out with a inline 6. I don't think it's going to be supercharged, but they're going to have some other things on this new platform. So we'll see how it works out. And I'm hoping that it looks like the RX Vision, or at least they incorporate some of those styling cues. Last question here: how do you describe your passion for Mazda?
Zoom, zoom. I know that's a basic answer, but I love racing. I used to street race until I got in trouble. So, and now I definitely keep it to the track. But I was doing drag racing for the longest time, and it was only a year or two ago that I got into autocross. And I was racing my '06 Mazda 3 before it blew up, and
Okay.
it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm well known in my local car community for that car specifically.
Okay. Well, how often do you get on the track?
Since I blew up, not anymore. And because of the whole COVID stuff, they aren't really being hosted as much anymore.
Right.
So I haven't really been out there in quite a while, to tell you the truth.
Well, I mean, like you said, 2020 has been one of those years, or maybe the first one ever like this. But I'm glad and happy for you that you got this turbo, the first one. And like I said, I think that jet black looks really smooth. In closing thoughts, do you have anything to share to people that may be considering the Mazda 3 Turbo?
If you're prone to getting traffic tickets, I would probably stay away.
Okay.
But I think anybody who picks this car up is going to enjoy it.
All right. Yeah, I think so too. And I somehow got mixed up on ordering. So I've seen probably, in looking today, there's probably about 30 to 40 between sedans and hatchbacks that have come in, or on their way to dealerships in the Southeast. But I'm probably going to be a couple of months away. So it's something we just have to hold on to or wait for, I guess. But
Yeah.
listen, Jessi, I do appreciate your time with me today and making it all happen here with the Zoom and everything. And I hope that we can stay connected, and I'll definitely update you when this goes live on the channel.
Okay. I will be prepared to cringe.
It was great, man. I appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I definitely appreciate your time today.
Yeah, no problem. You have yourself a good one.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Drive safe.
I will do. Always.
All right.